Hello, I'm Christopher Healy, author of the now finished book, What's So Special About You? Well, it's been a long time since I've made a video, and I've been really busy building something amazing that provides a world of opportunities for all of us. Now, I hope you're doing really well in this crazy world that seems to be getting crazier day by day. But, you know, it'll all work out in the end. Now, my video today is about why I left Crowd1 and deactivated my account, and what I and my partners have been building under the radar this whole time of my absence, which is going to benefit you very much. Now, at the end of this video, I have a very special offer for you, and I also challenge you to do a simple, one-of-a-kind exercise that will reveal to you, show you, and prove to you as to how you are limiting your success. And you're going to want to take me up on this exercise challenge that I've prepared for you in a special video segment at the end of this video. So right now, about Crowd1. First up, I've said it a million times before that Crowd1 is a legitimate business, and the folks that I met at Crowd1 were wonderful people. Now, as you may know, my team and I were becoming very successful with Crowd1. I had reached a one-star director and was on my way up. And I first joined Crowd1 in January 2020 when a colleague of mine named Carmen first purchased me a white pack which was directly under her. And as we all know now, the global pandemic had just about to engulf the world, and since I am a teacher and coach to hundreds of students, we here in Canada went into lockdowns. And so for a time, I became immersed in learning and growing our Crowd1 business. Well, success did come fast, and I was selling white packs for hours a day. And when I say selling white packs, what I mean is I believed in this work because I was helping people make a living at a time when the pandemic lockdowns put people's livelihoods in crisis, so we were doing a really good service for everyone. And as I became more successful in Crowd1, the demands on me to give even more of my time, even more of my energy, and like, for example, and you all know this, that my research into Crowd1 was so in-depth with details to help you get a clearer understanding of how that business was operating. And then I created videos, lots of videos. Remember Frequency of Success? Now, Frequency of Success got over 1.5 million views. And the truth is, that show I created before Crowd1, and I geared it towards Crowd1, because there was a lot happening in Crowd1 and I wanted to update you folks every week. However, did you know that Frequency of Success was a brainchild that I created before Crowd1 ever came into my life? And now I've got the new series of Frequency of Success coming to you very, very soon. And it's going to be what my original intent is: how to be unique, find your passion, and get out there. And really, that's what it's about. It's about finding your uniqueness, finding your passion, and then getting yourself out there to the real world to be able to thrive. I was also creating lots of tools for my team to increase their success in Crowd1, and it all became so consuming in my life that I was neglecting my own life's dreams. And to top it all off, I've never experienced this whole multi-level marketing, crazy world, jazzed up, juiced up, selling, which is simply not me. I have a very successful 30-year career in coaching, teaching, and mentoring that I love. 30 years of my life. Think about that. 30 years that I've spent helping people step up to being the best they can be. And that's the work that feeds my soul. And I want to honor my life by doing what I love to do, which is my coaching and helping people step up to being the best they can be. That's what I do. That's what I love doing. And when Crowd1 hours are taking over my teaching hours, there then becomes a problem. So I sent an email to Crowd1 asking for my account to be deactivated. And within 7 days, they sent me an email saying, okay, we will deactivate it. And I was free. I was free of it all. And as I said in the email, you can't serve two masters. And this is true. You have to consciously direct your life in the direction that you love and not just in the direction of money. I love teaching. I love coaching and helping people achieve a richer quality of life, because the truth is you are that gold platinum pack. You are the gold mine. And if you want success in Crowd1 or in any business, then you need to understand it's all about what's so special about you. It is. And understanding those special qualities about you, about what you really have to offer, and it's in the applying of those qualities that changes the game for you. Meaning, yes, you're going to make lots of money and lots of euros, etc., but something more life-changing happens for the people who apply what's so special about themselves, and that is they begin to see and they begin to feel the truth that there is another way of being. Okay, Chris. Now what the heck does that mean? It means not having that mental attitude of self-centeredness. It's all about me, me, me. And instead finding the way to be of service to others using your own unique gifts and talents. And it's that being in service that becomes your new source code, your new DNA, from which is then created your new ideas, your new concepts, your new services, your new products to help others. That's what it's all about, okay? That's what the better way of being is all about. It's about you finding and applying your unique gifts and talents to help others. Crowd1 was not my life. And sometimes you have to make tough decisions that demand letting go, and that's why I left Crowd1, to align myself back on the track of what's feeding my soul's journey and helping people through my gold packs, which are within me, which are my talents and my special gifts. I've taught this work for over 30 years of my life, and I will not lose sight of my life's path. Now, for the people that are still in my Crowd1 team, me getting out of Crowd1 is not the end of the world, because under Crowd1 rules, when someone deactivates their account, then all the people under him or her then move up that next level. Therefore, everyone under me has moved up a level, and that has actually improved your payouts as you continue to build your team. Also add the fact that Carmen who was my leader, is now your leader, and Carmen is super successful in this business. She loves it, and she's an incredible leader to be with. So, in truth, everyone in my team has actually benefited from my decision to leave Crowd1, and that's great news for each of us and all of us, as it should be. So now, we're all on the path to bigger and better opportunities ahead. And to help you strike gold in your new endeavors, I want you to check out my video about the world's most successful people and how you can emulate their success. But first, before we get there in that next video, I want you to check out this segment about what I was telling you before with this exercise. You're going to need a sheet of paper and a marker or a pen. We'll go there right now. Okay, so I'm going to take you now through a very important exercise. This exercise will define whether or not you're successful, very successful, or not so successful. So pay attention. What I'd like you to do is exactly what I'm about to do. You're going to draw 5 circles. Stand by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 circles. So what I'd like you to do now is you're going to pick a circle and shade the circle. But before you do, what I need you to understand that in your choice lies your success or not so successful. Go ahead, please. Pick a circle and shade the circle. Go ahead. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. First off, I've been doing this exercise for almost 30 years. And I'm going to show you now what people do. Kids, teenagers, adults, all brought together. The vast majority will do this. Let's see if this is what you do. Stand by. Some people will do this. They will go, for example, left to right or right to left. Some will do circles or left to right, right to left, but what they're really trying to do is do a completely black dot. Now, this pen is not so good, but it's a completely black circle. Done. Some will do this. Some will do, for example, in here, they do circles. Some will go this way on an angle. And some will do circles, an angle this way, an angle that way, and a mixture of it all. This is what the vast majority do. Now, I'm going to show you how the world's most successful people, or very successful people, how they think. This is how Steve Jobs would think. Pick a circle and shade the circle. And if I asked Elon Musk, pick a circle and shade it. All right, let me just say I'll pick this one, mate. And I'm going to do this a little bit here, and then this, and maybe put a bit of a smile on his face, eh? There it is. Now this is what you need to understand. Your success or failure is going to be based upon how you think. Understand it. How you think determines what you're seeing, and it determines then your decision-making capabilities, your critical thinking abilities, based upon the initial how you're thinking. And if you're thinking limited, everything else will be from that limited perspective. There will be limited concepts, limited ideas, limited action. Although you think you're going the best you can, it's limited. And you don't see it, you don't notice it until somebody can show you, but hey, look, there was a whole different reality that you weren't even aware of. You didn't think it right through. Look how it works. Watch now. When I say shade the circle, pick a circle and shade the circle, what the vast majority of people do is this. They look at the circle. Well, we've got thunderstorms happening. This is Northern Ontario, right? This is where I hang out, Northern Ontario. It's my place up here. And in the winter, it's really cold. But when it comes to the summer, it can get really hot up here. It's wonderful. So look at this. Now, put your creativity, shade the circle. And what people do is they look at that circle and they see that circle as a boundary, and they put all of their creativity in there. When you're being creative and you're wanting to be successful, it doesn't help you, it does not serve you to be seeing the circle and as a boundary. You need to have no boundary at all. When it comes to using your imagination, you want to be able to come from the perspective of having no boundary at all. Don't limit yourself. Look how it works. If you are thinking the same way as the person beside you, or the person to the right or left of you, or front or behind you, you're all thinking pretty much the same. But it's the person who is able to think differently than everybody else that can offer people something different. You just have to look at the success of Starbucks compared to all the other coffee places that have been around for so long. And when Starbucks came, what, another coffee place? Well, not quite. Look at what he did that was different. And that's how successful people, very successful people, think. They don't think like everybody else. They think differently. So now, what I want you to be able to do is pick a circle. You're going to draw two circles here. And I want you to pick a circle, and I want you to shade the circle. Well, what can you do that's going to be different? Take a moment. Go ahead, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so now here's the lesson. To be clear, you've got to learn to separate you from everybody else. Look, I'm all for the one human family. I get it, and I am totally supportive of that. We're all human beings. I get it. But in business, you need, if you're going to be successful, you need to be able to separate yourself from everybody else. And how do you begin to even attempt on doing that? By separating how you think from the vast majority of people. Before you begin the journey of success, I want you to be able to start with thinking differently, thinking outside of the box or thinking outside of the circle. You want to get into that habit. You want to get into the habit of being able to see what everybody else is seeing, but then look at it in a different way, different perspectives. Look at it differently. Critical thinking and analyzing differently with no boundaries. Oh, well, that's the way it is. No, that doesn't have to be the way it is. That type of thinking, there's the boundary. How can you go beyond that? And when you can open your mind up to more possibilities before you begin the journey of success, you're now on the right path of separating you from all of the competition. And now moving yourself forward, you're now growing. The potential of your success is going to expand greatly. Remember this exercise. Remember how it applies to what it is you're going to be doing in your business. And if you're already successful and you think like everybody else, wow, imagine how more successful you could become if you stopped thinking in a limited way. Go beyond. Don't do what everybody else does. Okay, now let me show you this. Stand by. The next video that's coming out is going to be what's so special about you. And essentially, this book, I've been working on this book for almost 20 years, and the last 10 years really researching heavily into the world's most successful people and how they think differently than everybody else. And in it, I put together 77 winning qualities of the world's most successful people, along with you can take the how do you rate with the best challenge to level yourself up like never before. That's what I did. I researched a lot of people. So check out the next video coming through and see how this works. Okay, I'm Christopher Healy, and thank you for your time.